Okay, so this little device here, it measures standby and actual power of electrical appliances. So this plugs into the wall, your appliance plugs into here, and it can tell you how much that appliance costs to run you per hour, per quarter, and per year. So it's a really good way to find out what appliances you actually do need and don't just have, and also you can pick up on faulty appliances. So you know how sometimes you've got to stick your finger in to get the seal broken? It's a good thing because that means it's keeping the cold area and no cold air can escape.
Yes.
So a really good thing is to just get a cloth with warm water and actually clear all the dust out of the top, which actually helps the seal work efficiently. You obviously buy meat by the bulk. So let's say tonight you're going to have sausages or during the week. A good idea is to plan your meals ahead, and you get your meals out of your freezer and pop them into your fridge to defrost. So a lot of people put them on the bench because they defrost quicker, but by defrosting them within your fridge means that the cool air comes off your frozen food and actually keeps your fridge cool. So that's a really good way.
That's a good idea.
The other good thing to do is to make sure it doesn't get any full sun, because the more heat and pressure you put on your fridge, the harder it's going to have to work. A freezer, okay. So how often would you open and close this?
No, not very often.
Right, so the food that's stored in here is used less regular than the big fridge. Okay.
Yes.
So would there be an opportunity for you not to need this freezer?
Well, we are in the process of reducing the usage.
Okay. So why don't we plug it in and let's see how much this costs you to run per year. Go to the cost module, and in here we can find out per year. This little unit here is costing you just over $700 a year.
Really?
So that's a huge cost for something that you're saying you actually don't rely on all that heavily or don't need. So you're probably on the right track by moving it on. Per hour, I mean, it's just under 10 cents an hour is what it's going to cost you to run. So that seems really insignificant, but if you add up all these little appliances across the house per hour, what it costs you, I mean, you can actually save a lot of power. So $730 about. So in comparison to the big fridge on the other side that's probably 5 times the size, this is costing probably the same amount of money. So the keys with kettles, if it's just you having a cup of tea, don't fill the kettle to the top for your 1 cup. Fill it for what you need it for. The other thing is, some people with the hot water system, I know your hot water system is gas, but if it was an electric hot water system, some people turn the hot water on, fill the kettle with hot water, and then turn it on. It's actually defeating the purpose of the kettle. So you always fill it with cold water, and you only ever fill it with the amount of water you need to have hot. How often would you use your dryer? You, when I say you, I mean Malcolm and yourself.
I don't use it very often. Malcolm does tend to use it.
Okay. So you obviously would assume a dryer uses a fair bit of power.
Okay, so winter time.
Only winter, yep. So my suggestion would be to get a closed area inside, or even get a washing line undercover, so it still gets the outside air.